We're over at Tom Tangney's house, and we've done some work for them in the past, and you'll see it in a little bit. But we did not install this wall. However, I have fixed this corner in the past, and it needs to get fixed again. So we've got, they had a garbage truck that hit this, okay? And it dislodged lots of stuff. Basically all the way down, you can see where stones down here have gotten pushed out and it's cracked some stones down there. So we're basically gonna need to take out this wall right here and to re-put it back together. All right, so it's 24 feet left to right. It goes from 42 inches down to grade at the far end. And then we're gonna go 8 feet to the left. So when I say 8 feet, it's like 8 feet at the top and then obviously follows the cracks in. So it might only be 4 feet, 3 feet, whatever, at the bottom. Now the nuisance part about this, and I remember this, is that it's got concrete. We'll be able to salvage the stone, but it's a pain in the butt to get some of that old concrete off of this. So be sure you bring a chipping hammer, and they're going to need to be cleaned up. So for this, I would expect to have to bring, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 square feet of dolomite to replace the pieces that have been broken. There's pieces in the bottom that are broken. There's cracks in some of them. Maybe not even that much. Maybe more like 5 square feet. Most of it is pretty good, but it's a nuisance nonetheless. All right, so the second thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna bid to replace his front walls here. Once again, we didn't build these, but I don't know if you can tell, these are bowing hardcore. And we are going to bid to replace them. And we're gonna salvage the stone that they have here. A lot of it is dry stacked, so I would say 50% of this wall, 50 to 60% of this wall is going to be reusable. We're going to bid to palletize it and to reuse as much as possible. The average height of this section of wall is 42 inches. Yep. So we're going to use 42 inches of height for both of these walls. And if I'm going to replace this wall on the right, one moment, I'll get this measurement here. 42 inches tall, and we are at 50 feet, okay, 50 feet. You can see, since we've been here, so we built this wall right here on the left that I'm showing you, and it just pushed forward. We will need to put drain tile in behind this one, all right? So we've got 50 feet here. I'll give a little more information after I get this one. We will leave this wall as much as possible. Okay, we'll leave this wall as much as possible because we bid that one separate, or we had already done that one. But if you come along this wall, and we're bidding each of these walls as separate entities. Okay, and it comes over to here, and this is 65, and it turns in another 3 feet, and it goes back. And how about this wall right here? We'll go ahead and bid this one as well. We built the steps up top, and we also fixed these walls right here, these lower walls. We did these walls several years back, and you notice how nice and straight these bad boys are. Can I see this in the? There we go. Nice and straight, beautiful. All right. So this wall over here is 45 linear feet, and then a return on the side. All right, so here's the deal with these, is that they're gonna have to, if they want these bushes saved, they're gonna need to salvage them themselves, because in order to put a batter on this wall, these bushes need to be, they're just gonna have to be taken out. I just don't see a way that we'll be able to work around it. All right, once again, you can see the top 3 courses, or maybe the top even 4 courses, are wet set together. Huge nuisance. Massive nuisance. Yeah, huge nuisance. So I'm going to bid these as separate line items. All right. When we were here last time, we put these walls back in, and you can see we did it in the dry set method. So we did put mortar inner joints along here, and I'm going to bid it the same way. But what you might see here is that we laid it as we normally do, level to the earth. Their walls are at an angle. Okay, and we had a huge issue with this because they thought that they was going to go back in at an angle, and we stepped it up. So I am before we even build this wall, we need to make sure that everyone is on the same page with how this is going to go in place. If it's going to be level with the earth versus level with the ground. So the ground is a relatively steady decline, so it's not a big deal to have to go level with the ground. I mean, we did it over on that job over on 50th and over across from the school. It can be done. It's not our typical style, and we can. It's just on these two walls over here that we have to deal with. So. Yeah, so make sure we put drain tile behind it, exits, all that good stuff. And also just be aware, so we're gonna have to put a batter on this. And obviously with a batter, it's gonna encroach in, like, we're gonna have to cut just these end stones here around the wall that we have. So that way we can give it a batter. So just these stones on the end, we're just gonna have to cut the stone to get it back into place. But other than that, our stuff that we installed looks great. John poured a nice set of steps here. All the stuff that we touched looks beautiful here.